Toitu naro naro te tangata, Toitū te whenua. As man disappears from sight, the land remains.
Place names guide our present and future, unveiling cultural history and identity. Māori names tell stories of creation, ancestors and exploration. Restoring them aligns with Te Reo Māori revitalisation and strengthens national identity. These names ground us in the whenua, connecting us to our roots and celebrate Aotearoa New Zealand's unique identity. In this episode, we explore the names of the Great Lakes leading out to the Mata'o River. We will speak of their history, shedding light on the profound importance they each hold. The lakes in central Otago were home to many nohunga, or villages, for countless seasons, where Māori exercise ahika, the burning fires of occupation. The roto, or lakes, provided Māori with access to mahinga kai, gathering places for food, and forged a path to the revered pounamu beyond the lakes. Strategic marriages wove together hapu, strengthening the kupinga, or net, of whakapapa. These unions bestowed the rightful guardianship of the lake's resources. Lake Wakatipu's original name is Whakatipu Wai Māori. The name echoes with history, tracing back to the ancient expedition led by Chief Rakaihotu.
Rakaihotu journeyed down through the centre of the island, and our memory of that journey is recorded in the lakes and the maunga that he named, or in some accounts created with his digging stick, his kō, known as Tu Whakaroria. So he came across two lakes, Rotoroa and Rotoiti, in the Nelson area, and continued on down to Takapo. They came upon that at night, hence the way he named that lake. Went on to Pukaki, named Lake Pukaki. Went on to Oho, and on to Lake Hawea, named Lake Hawea after a member of his party. And it's a name that comes down through the whānau still to this day. And then he came across on to Lake Wanaka and stopped there to conduct ceremonies, fortify themselves both spiritually and physically, hence the name Wanaka. And on leaving there, they went and came to that place where Lake Whakatipu Wai Māori is now, and named that lake, digging it in our kōrero with a digging stick, Tu Whakaroria.
Waka and mōkehi, or rafts, were used by Māori to navigate the vastness of Whakatipu Wai Māori, and were the key modes of transport for the collection and trading of pounamu. Tauraka waka, landing places for waka, were set up along the shores and islands, like the islands Matau and Wawahi Waka, otherwise known as Pig Island and Pigeon Island. For Māori, who possessed an intimate knowledge of navigation, river routes, and safe harbours, the lake was more than a body of water. It was the core of a network of trails that ensured their safety on journeys inland. There is no direct translation of whakatipu. However, whaka is a causation word, and tipu means to grow or to prosper. In other translations, it could be derived from the word tipua, which refers to a monster or supernatural beings. Wai Māori means fresh water you can consume, water that sustains life. Whakatipu Wai Māori has been said to mean the growing bay, or the bay of spirits. Some have referred to the lake as the lake that breathes. This is because, even though the lake is landlocked, it has its own tides and will rise and fall throughout the day. There are many stories connected to Whakatipu Wai Māori. Near Kawarau, by Lake Whakatipu Wai Māori, lived a monster named Kopuwai. He tied a girl named Kaya Mio to his leg at night, but she cleverly replaced herself with a log and escaped on a flax raft. When Kopuwai discovered the deception, he swallowed so much water in anger that the Kawaro River emptied, leaving only a rocky bed. Today, Kopuwai is the obelisk rock on the Old Man Range, and Kaiamio is the nearby lagoon. Another story is of a girl named Hakitekura. Hakitekura was the daughter of a Katimamoi chief, Tūwiriroa. The Queenstown Gardens Peninsula was once a pa for Māori from the Katimamoi tribe. The women of her village would often have swimming competitions in Lake Whakatipuwai Māori, and Hakitekura would watch them from a hill near Bob's Peak. She asked her father for kindling and dried opal, or bulrush. Early one morning, she bound them together with flax and tied it to her back. She set out into the lake, swimming a distance of 3 kilometers, using the mountaintops of Cecil and Walter Peaks as her guide as the sunrise twinkled over the mountaintops. When she made it to Refuge Point, she lit a fire using the kindling and dried opal. In the morning, her village saw the smoke of her fire. Her father recognized the smoke to be from Hakitekura. She became the first woman to swim the length of the lake, and in honor of her bravery, they named Bob's Peak Te Taumata o Hakitekura, the viewing place of Hakitekura. Refuge Point was named Te Ahi a Hakitekura, meaning the burning flames of Hakitekura. The peaks of the mountains, Cecil and Walter, were named Kakamu a Hakitekura, meaning the twinklings seen by Hakitekura. Māori made their way to these lakes from the coast using the awa Mata'o, otherwise known as the Clutha River, as their guide. The name Mata'o is said to translate to surface current, presumably in reference to the small swirling currents seen on its surface. The awa was a lifeline for Ōtākau Hapu, providing mahinga kai along their travels to retrieve pounamu. It functioned as a fishery, home to an abundance of tuna, kanakana, and kokopu. Food resources were especially plentiful at the rivers Kamoanaheihe, the point where the Mata'o conjoins with the rivers of Manuherikia. The significance of the Mata'o and the lakes echo through time. These bodies of water, each with their own stories to tell, are living narratives woven into the fabric of Aotearoa New Zealand's history. Lake Whakatipuwai Māori, named by the tupuna Rakai Hotu, stands as a testament to ancient expeditions. Its shores home to the mobile lifestyle of Māori, shaping a network of trails and landing places that continue to hold sacred significance. The awa Mata'o served as a highway, offering resources and sustenance to those who embarked on its journey. Together, Lake Whakatipuwai Māori and the Mata'o River remain as guardians of history, connecting whānau and hapu to their ancestral roots. Etched into the land and water, their stories speak of resilience, tradition, and the enduring relationship between people and their whenua. On the next episode of Toitu Te Whenua, we make our way back home to Ōtepoti. Join us as we delve into our heritage, restoring the power of names and rediscovering the connections between our people and the landscapes that nurture our stories.